In every corner of the planet, nature hides secrets wrapped in mystery, danger, and rarity. Among roots, mountains, and oceans glide creatures that seem to have been sculpted by the creator himself. Snakes, feared by many, admired by few, and respected by all who understand their true role on Earth. Their colors dazzle, their movements hypnotize, and their venom carries both destruction and the power to heal. But behind the myths and fear lies a fascinating universe of balance and purpose. The 20 most dangerous and rare snakes on the planet. Creatures that defy logic, inspire science, and remind us that the extraordinary often hides in the silence of the jungle. Get ready. Fear and beauty will walk side by side on this unforgettable journey. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now, let's begin. Number 4. San Francisco garter snake, Thamnophis sirtalis tetratenea. Among the gentle hills and marshes of California lives a living jewel, the San Francisco garter snake, considered the most beautiful snake in North America. Its body is a festival of colors. Turquoise blue, red, and black stripes intertwine like brushstrokes on silk. The emerald-hued belly reflects sunlight like a precious gem. Completely harmless, it feeds on small amphibians and insects, especially the endangered California red-legged frog. This species inhabits a tiny area near San Mateo and Santa Cruz, and its survival depends entirely on preserving these fragile ecosystems. Even without venom, it carries a powerful lesson. Nature does not need to be dangerous to be breathtaking. It is living proof that beauty and peace can coexist in perfect harmony. Snakes, so misunderstood yet extraordinary, mirror the world's duality. They represent fear and wisdom, poison and cure, shadow and light. Perhaps that is why they appear in almost every culture as symbols of transformation. The same creature that can wound also regenerates. And if we think deeply, humans carry the same contradiction, capable of creating and destroying, loving and fearing. By observing a snake, we glimpse the essence of survival. Snakes do not hate. They do not seek revenge. They do not act from cruelty. They follow only the pure instinct of life. And that is exactly what makes them fascinating. Nature never makes mistakes. Every species plays its role in the Earth's balance, and even the venom that scares us has a purpose. Thanks to it, medicine discovered antidotes, anesthetics, and treatments saving thousands of lives annually. What once symbolized death now helps heal. Divine irony, powerful lesson. We live in times when humans drift further from nature. Forests shrink, rivers suffer. The silence of extinct species grows each day, yet hope remains. Every act of respect, every gesture of environmental awareness, every voice raised in defense of life matters. Protecting snakes is protecting the balance of ecosystems. They control pests, preserve forests, and maintain the invisible harmony sustaining all life. Whether in the Amazon, African deserts, or Asian mangroves, wherever a snake glides, a story is being told. A story of adaptation, patience, and silent strength. Number 5. Common krait, Bungarus caeruleus. Poetically called dream snakes, kraits glide through the night like phantoms. Their glossy black bodies, adorned with delicate white bands, look like silk, yet conceal one of the deadliest venoms on the planet. The bite is almost imperceptible. No pain, no swelling, no marks. Many victims are bitten while sleeping and die without waking. The neurotoxic venom acts slowly, paralyzing muscles and stopping respiration. Without prompt treatment, death is almost certain. By day, they appear slow and timid. By night, they transform into perfect hunters, entering homes in search of prey. For defense, they coil their bodies and hide their heads, a gesture that adds to their mysterious aura. The krait reminds us that in nature, silence can be deadlier than a roar. Number 6. King cobra, Ophiophagus hanna. No snake is more respected than the king cobra, the monarch of the Asian jungles. Measuring over 5.5 meters, it is the largest venomous snake in the world, capable of locking eyes with a human before striking with speed and precision. Its scientific name, Ophiophagus hanna, means snake eater, and it lives up to the title by feeding on other snakes, including cobras and pythons. But what impresses most is not its size, but its maternal instinct. It is the only known snake that builds leaf nests to protect its eggs. The female guards the nest with nearly human dedication, striking without without hesitation anyone who dares approach. Its neurotoxic venom can paralyze and kill in less than 30 minutes. A single bite contains enough venom to take down 20 people or even an elephant. With an olive green or black body and a narrow hood that rises hypnotically, it moves like a living shadow. In Asian culture, it symbolizes wisdom, strength, and royalty. In nature, it reigns alone, without rivals, without fear, only majesty. Number 7. Woma python, Aspidates ramsai, in the arid heart of Australia, where the horizon seems to melt beneath the weight of the sun and the sand sings beneath the touch of the wind, lives a creature silent, mysterious, and profoundly adapted, a serpent that seeks no fame, flaunts no venom, and displays no bright colors, yet carries in every movement the ancient wisdom of the desert. She is the Woma python, known to science as Aspidates ramsai, a discreet jewel of the animal kingdom forged by fire, silence, and solitude in the Australian outback, the kingdom of fire and dust. The Woma's domain is one of the harshest on Earth. In the Australian interior, life balances between extremes: scorching daytime heat that turns stones into embers, and freezing nights that cut like glass. By day, the air shimmers, bending the horizon as if time itself were melting. Plants grow twisted, small, and resilient. Animals are rare, ingenious, and economical in every movement. In this landscape of austerity, where every shadow is refuge and every drop of water is treasure, the Woma reigns with discretion. She does not challenge the desert, she understands it. While others fight the drought and the heat, she flows with them, transforming aridity into ally. A living shadow, under the merciless daylight, the ground cracks, stones burn, and few creatures dare to stir. But when the sun hides and the desert breathes again, the Woma awakens. From deep burrows, hollow logs, or the warmth of sun-soaked rocks, she emerges. Her body glides across the sand as if weightless, each curve moving in perfect harmony with the terrain. Her eyes, small amber windows, reflect the starlight. Her body, painted in shades of burnt gold, is adorned with dark brown bands reminiscent of rippling dunes. Nothing about her is accidental. Every color, every pattern, every texture serves the art of camouflage. The Woma does not shine. She does not stand out, and that's exactly what makes her nearly invisible, and therefore nearly invincible. The silent hunt. The Woma python is in no hurry. The desert has taught her that speed is a luxury for the impatient. Her method is one of observation. She reads the ground with her body, sensing vibrations, deciphering heat, detecting the faint breath of life hidden beneath the sand. When she finds a burrow of a rodent or lizard, or even the shelter of another snake, she doesn't strike immediately. She waits, she listens, she breathes, and then, in the perfect moment, when the prey moves unaware, she acts. No sound, no venom, no display. Her body launches like a coiled spring, and the strike is swift and calculated. The victim, usually a small mammal or reptile, is caught within its own refuge. But here lies what makes the Woma unique. She doesn't coil to constrict like other pythons. She crushes. She uses the environment itself as a weapon, pressing the prey against the burrow walls until life fades in silence. The tunnel becomes her partner, the sand her accomplice, the desert her extension, the strategy of adaptation. This unusual tactic reveals something extraordinary: adaptive intelligence. In a land where space is tight and prey hides deep, the Woma has refined her hunting style. She doesn't just react, she plans. Her behavior shows a quiet form of instinctive reasoning, honed by millions of years of natural selection. While venomous snakes rely on toxins for quick kills, the Woma python invests in strength, patience, and precision. She takes no unnecessary risks, wastes no energy. Each ambush is the outcome of a natural calculation. Opportunity, temperature, survival. That perfect balance between action and restraint is the secret of life in the desert. Strength and serenity. Despite her predatory nature, the Woma python is remarkably calm. When encountering humans, she rarely shows aggression. Even when captured, she remains composed, only striking if truly provoked. Her bite, though firm, causes only minor wounds. She is a patient defender, not an impulsive fighter. For this reason, she has become one of the most beloved snakes among Australian herpetologists and reptile keepers. Many describe her as gentle, curious, even contemplative. Some say that looking into her eyes feels like glimpsing something ancient, a living fragment from the time when deserts were still being born, the body of perfection. Physically, the Woma python is a masterpiece of adaptation. Reaching 1.5 to 2 meters in length, her muscular body is built to endure long periods without food. Her skin subtly reflects light, confusing both predator and prey. Unlike most pythons, she lacks labial pits, heat sensors that detect infrared radiation. Instead, she relies on sight, vibration, and spatial memory. She is a sensory hunter, not a thermal one. Each scale bears its own texture, giving her traction on slick surfaces. Her belly is a tapestry of plates that adjust to the sand, like silent oars propelling her forward. The rhythm of the desert. By day, the woma disappears, buried beneath the sand, taking refuge in the cooler depths. Sometimes she occupies abandoned mammal burrows or shares shelters with other snakes. A curious behavior for such a solitary predator. At night, the desert changes face, sounds rise from the darkness, the wind softens, and the moon casts long shadows. Here the woma becomes the main performer. Her movement is slow, deliberate, almost ritualistic. She hunts not only from need, but from instinctual purpose. Every glide is a lesson in energy efficiency. No curve wasted, no motion in vain. Silence as a weapon. While venomous snakes shine with warning colors, the woma relies on visual humility. Her neutral tones are her armor. She does not intimidate, she vanishes. And in that vanishing lies her strength. The predator that cannot be seen is the most dangerous of all. This is the philosophy of the woma python: to conquer through invisibility, to dominate through silence. Mother of the desert, the woma's reproduction is another quiet spectacle. When the time comes, the female seeks a safe shelter, usually a deep burrow. After mating, she lays between 8 and 20 eggs. But the extraordinary part comes next. She incubates them with her own body, coiling around them and rhythmically contracting her muscles to generate heat. Even as nighttime temperatures plunge, she protects the next generation with living warmth. When the hatchlings emerge, about 40 centimeters long, they are already hunters. Within days, they go their own way. No lessons, no guidance. The desert is both their school and their final test. Only the most attentive, the most silent, the most adaptable survive. Between sky and sand, to watch a woma python move is to witness a painting come alive. Her body catches the moonlight with a faint metallic sheen. Each trail she leaves in the sand is a temporary signature of the desert itself. She doesn't merely cross her environment, she composes it. In every curve, the harmony of dunes. In every pause, the echo of wind, the wisdom of the desert. The desert is a severe teacher. It teaches silence, patience, endurance, and the woma python is its finest student. She survives not by domination, but by self-mastery. She knows when to wait and when to act. In a world that glorifies noise and spectacle, the woma triumphs through invisibility. She reminds us that true power need not be loud. It can be subtle, serene, and profound. A living metaphor. More than an animal, the woma is a symbol. The balance between strength and peace, survival and harmony. While others change to fight their environment, she merges with it. Her body, her behavior, her temperament, all are reflections of the desert itself, simple, efficient, and full of hidden mysteries beneath the surface. Eternity in scales. Thousands of years will pass, and the outback may change, but the woma python will remain in silence, a discreet witness of time. She has already survived climate shifts, human expansion, hunting, and habitat loss. Her presence is a reminder that true strength lies not in domination, but in adaptation. When the sun sets and the desert sky becomes a mantle of stars, the woma glides like a golden shadow between the stones. No hurry, no fear, only the ancient certainty of belonging. In the end, she teaches a truth that echoes far beyond biology, a lesson that touches the essence of existence itself. Survival belongs not to the strongest nor the fastest, but to the wisest and the quietest. And so while the wind blows and the desert changes, she remains invisible, patient, eternal. The woma python does not seek glory. She is the desert spirit itself, calm, precise, and unconquerable. Number 8. Russell's Viper, Daboia russellii. The Russell's Viper is the killer dressed in elegance. Camouflaged among dry leaves and farmland, it appears harmless, until a single misstep awakens terror. Part of the Big Four of India, this serpent combines perfect camouflage with a venom that dismantles the human body from within. Its brown and black circles resemble traditional Indian embroidery. but they are a deadly disguise. When it bites, the venom releases hemotoxins, cytotoxins, and nephrotoxins that tear apart the bloodstream and trigger massive internal bleeding. Kidney failure is common and often irreversible. It doesn't hunt humans. It hunts rodents around plantations. At night, after the rain, it lies motionless, invisible, and when threatened, it emits a piercing hiss, like a pressure cooker ready to explode. Ironically, the study of its venom led to the creation of an essential medical test, the DRVVT, dilute Russell's viper venom time, used to diagnose blood clotting disorders. It is the serpent that unites death and knowledge, a silent assassin that paradoxically helped to save lives. Number 9. Banded sea crate, Latacauda colubrina. In the crystal clear waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, where corals shine like submerged jewels, glides one of the ocean's most enchanting creatures, the banded sea crate. Its silver body, streaked with black bands, moves with the grace of a ribbon dancing beneath the waves. So beautiful it seems born of a dream, and so venomous it defies imagination. Its venom is 10 times more potent than that of a cobra. The good news, it's shy. It rarely bites humans, and its small mouth makes accidents extremely rare. But when they do happen, danger is deceitful. The bite doesn't hurt, and the victim feels fine. Until hours later, weakness sets in, speech slurs, and breathing fades away. Divers describe it as a living ballet among corals, a symbol of harmony and danger coexisting in the deep. It reminds us that the ocean, like life itself, holds beauties that can only be admired from a safe distance. Number 10. Saw-scaled viper, Echis carinatus. It measures barely 60 centimeters, yet carries one of the deadliest reputations in the world. This is the snake responsible for more human deaths than any other, the saw-scaled viper. Hidden among rocks and sand in the Middle East and South Asia, its earthy tones blend perfectly with the desert ground. When threatened, it coils into a figure 8 and rubs its serrated scales together, producing a dry, rasping sound. Like the hiss of a living lightning bolt, a single bite can unleash devastating internal hemorrhages. Its venom is a mix of blood and cell toxins that destroy vessels and kidneys within hours. Just 5 milligrams are enough to take the life of an adult. Many accidents occur simply because the snake is nearly invisible. People step on it without ever seeing it. It's the kind of beauty that nature hides in the shadows. Small, discreet, and silent, yet powerful enough to remind the world that even the smallest being can change the fate of a giant. Number 11. African boomslang, Dysphylitis typus. High among the green canopies of Africa, camouflaged like a ray of light between the leaves, lives the mysterious boomslang, its name in Afrikaans meaning tree snake. But don't be fooled by its gentle name. This is one of the most venomous and fascinating snakes on Earth. With large eyes and extraordinary vision, it can spot prey more than 10 meters away. Its fangs are set deep in the back of its mouth, and when it bites, it must chew to release its venom. A homotoxic cocktail that turns blood into a liquid that can no longer clot. The result is terrifying, bleeding from the eyes, gums, nose, even inside the brain. A slow, silent death, almost poetic in its cruelty. In 1957, herpetologist Carl P. Schmidt was bitten by a young boomslang. Believing it wouldn't be serious, he decided to record every symptom in his scientific notebook, until he died 24 hours later. A man of science who chronicled his own end. Males shimmer in bright jade green hues, females are brown and discreet. When threatened, the boomslang opens its mouth a full 170 degrees, revealing a jet black throat, a dark warning that death is about to fall from the trees. Number 12. Indian cobra, Naja majestic and feared. The Indian cobra is more than just a snake. It is a symbol. For millennia, its image, with its hood spread wide, has been worshipped as sacred in the temples of India. But behind that serene gaze hides one of the most lethal venoms on Earth. Belonging to the infamous Big Four serpents of the Indian subcontinent, the cobra is responsible for thousands of deaths each year. When threatened, it rises, spreads its hood like a fan, and hisses. A chilling warning, the last before the strike. Its venom is a blend of neurotoxins and cytotoxins that burn, paralyze, and destroy tissue. The symptoms are brutal: drooping eyelids, stiffened lips, and lungs that refuse to breathe. Yet there's a fascinating paradox. Despite its terrifying power, the cobra is not aggressive by nature. It only reacts when someone crosses into its space. Living among villages, farms, and cities, it shares its territory with humans. A fragile coexistence between faith and fear. For some, it is a protective deity. For others, a living curse. Either way, its majesty commands respect. Number 13. Coral snake, Macrurus fulvius. In the humid forests of the southeastern United States, from North Carolina to sunny Florida, glides one of the most hypnotic creatures on the planet, the coral snake. Its body shines under the sun with red, black, and yellow rings that seem to dance in waves. It is the portrait of dangerous beauty, a true living paradox. Behind its vibrant colors hides one of the most powerful neurotoxic venoms in the animal kingdom. Unlike vipers that strike and retreat, the coral snake bites and holds on, chewing slowly to inject its venom with fatal precision. And the most treacherous part? The bite is almost painless. No swelling, no marks, nothing. The victim often believes they've escaped, until hours later, tragedy begins. Blurred vision, slurred speech, muscles locking, and finally, breathing that fades into silence. As if that weren't enough, the coral snake is also a master of illusion. It hides its head, raises its tail, and sways like a charming dancer. A deadly performance in perfect rhythm. In nature, it serves as a chilling reminder, not everything that shines is safe. Number 14. The Mozambique spitting cobra, Naja mozambica, beneath the starlit skies of the African savanna glides an almost invisible shadow. The Mozambique spitting cobra, a true master of self-defense and precision. Plain in appearance, painted in tones of gray, brown, and pale yellow, it hides one of the most remarkable defense mechanisms in the animal kingdom. It projects jets of venom directly into an enemy's eyes from over 2 meters away. It doesn't need to bite to be deadly. Its fangs act like biological sprinklers, spraying a fine mist of cytotoxic venom with terrifying accuracy. If it hits the eyes, the result is immediate: intense pain, severe inflammation, and the risk of permanent blindness if not washed quickly. When it bites, the venom causes rapid necrosis and violent swelling. A combination of power and precision few predators dare to challenge. Nocturnal and discreet, it lives near rural areas, hunting rodents. Most encounters with humans occur on dark nights, often with tragic results. It doesn't need to raise its body or warn. A flicker of threat is enough to trigger its jet of venom with surgical coldness. Among all the snakes in the world, the Mozambique spitting cobra is the embodiment of intelligent fear, a reminder that survival sometimes depends only on the ability to aim. Number 15. The eyelash viper, Bothriechius schlegeli, in the humid heart of Central America's tropical forests, where sunlight filters through golden beams and the air carries the scent of bromeliads and wet earth, lives one of the most enchanting and dangerous creatures in the natural world. Small, delicate, almost ethereal, it displays a range of colors that defies human imagination. Yellow as the sun, green as the jungle, pink as a newly opened flower, brown as tree bark, and sometimes even lilac, as if it were born from a living painting. But the true charm lies in the detail that gives it its name: the eyelashes, the tiny scales above its eyes that grant it a mysterious, almost enchanting gaze. It's the eyelash viper, Bothriechius schlegeli, a deadly beauty wrapped in softness, the spirit of flowers and death. Among banana blossoms, damp stems, and water-filled bromeliads, the viper hides with perfect camouflage. To an untrained eye, it's just part of the vegetation. A bent leaf, a resting branch, a shifting shadow. But to her, everything is movement, vibration, scent. Every sound is information. Every breeze carries the promise of a meal. By day, she remains motionless, coiled on thin branches or resting on broad tropical leaves. Her body is a living sculpture, and her patience, a deadly virtue. When a small frog, lizard, or even an unsuspecting hummingbird draws near, the jungle holds its breath. Then, in a movement so fast the human eye can barely catch it, the viper strikes. She hits her target with surgical precision, injecting hemotoxic venom, a potent mix of enzymes that destroys tissue, tears blood vessels, and causes deep, burning pain. The prey has no time to react. In seconds, the beauty of the forest reveals its cruelest side: beauty as a trap. In nature, color is language. For many animals, it's a warning: stay away. For others, it's camouflage: don't see me. But for the eyelash viper, it's both. Its colors are designed to confuse and to enchant. Some have green bodies, blending perfectly with leaves. Others display pink or yellow hues that make them resemble tropical flowers. In parts of Costa Rica and Panama, unique color morphs have been recorded: golden, orange, even lilac individuals. It's as if each forest paints its own vipers, sculpting them with local light and climate. This variation is an evolutionary masterpiece. Isolated populations in mountains and humid valleys develop different tones over thousands of years, adapting to vegetation and surroundings. Thus, the eyelash viper became a living example of dynamic camouflage, a perfect balance between beauty and disguise, venom and silence. Despite its small size, rarely exceeding 70 centimeters, its venom packs a serious punch. It doesn't kill quickly, but the suffering it causes is intense. Its hemotoxic venom destroys tissue, causes necrosis, swelling, and excruciating pain. Still, bites are rarely fatal to humans, as long as medical treatment is prompt. Most accidents occur with farmers and rural workers, especially during the harvest of tropical fruits like bananas or coffee. Perfectly hidden among leaves and blossoms, the viper is often mistaken for a twig or root. The result? A shock, a defensive bite, and a painful reminder that in the jungle, beauty can hide danger. Curiously, this snake is not aggressive. It doesn't chase or hunt large prey. It's an ambush predator, patient and precise. It strikes only when threatened or when its invisible line of peace is crossed. At its core, it is an artist of survival, discreet, lethal, and balanced, the architecture of perfection. The eyelash viper is a biological sculpture. Its scales are small, smooth, and iridescent, reflecting light in subtle ways. Its slender, muscular body was designed for life among the branches. It's arboreal, spending most of its time in trees, coiled like a living jewel among leaves and flowers. The tiny scales above its eyes, its lashes, serve a dual purpose, breaking the outline of its silhouette for better camouflage and protecting its eyes from rain and small twigs. Its eyes are golden windows with vertical pupils that open and close like slits of shadow. Hypnotic, almost supernatural, and hidden beneath its delicate head are hollow, retractable fangs capable of delivering venom with pinpoint precision. Each strike is an act of natural engineering, calculating distance, force, and angle, all in less than half a second. Between sky and leaf, the life of this serpent is all about balance. It doesn't live on the ground or in the high canopy, it thrives in the middle, in the realm of broad leaves and tangled branches. There, between light and shadow, it finds everything it needs: warmth, shelter, and prey. At night, the forest air changes, the cicadas fall silent, and the chorus of frogs takes over the dark. The viper moves slowly, gliding with grace among branches and flowers as if dancing through the air. Her body curves, hanging gently before a strike. She is a hunter who wastes no motion, the poetry of precision, the mother of bromeliads. During breeding season, the eyelash viper reveals another fascinating side-living motherhood. Unlike most snakes that lay eggs, this species is viviparous, giving birth to fully formed young. The tiny offspring, about 15 to 20 centimeters long, are born with the same vibrant colors as adults, ready to hunt and survive from the start. Females choose moist, hidden places like bromeliads, hollow logs, or the bases of large trees, staying close for weeks. Through them, nature displays a rare balance between fragility and power. From the serenity of flowers, the heirs of venom are born, the mystery of colors. Few species on Earth display such a range of hues. In Costa Rica, there's the famous gold morph, a snake so yellow it looks like molten gold. In Panama, green and blue individuals blend with heliconia leaves. In Colombia, some show burgundy and orange spots. And in cooler, misty mountain regions, the rarest appear lilac and pink vipers, almost translucent beneath the morning fog. Each color serves a purpose: to avoid predators or confuse prey. But there's something deeper, almost symbolic. The eyelash viper reminds us that in nature, beauty is never free. What enchants can also kill. What shines can also conceal darkness. A sacred serpent. In many Central American cultures, serpents like this are revered. For indigenous peoples, it represents the duality of the forest life and death, healing and poison. The same venom that destroys can, in the right dose, heal, used in antidotes, medicines, and anesthetics. Thus, the viper is not just a symbol of danger, but of balance, the invisible line between creation and destruction. Local myths say the eyelash viper guards the jungle's secrets. It sees into the hearts of those who find it. If your gaze is pure, it retreats. If fear or malice dwell within you, it stays. And, if provoked, answers with the touch of eternity. The elegance of danger. To see an eyelash viper is to witness the meeting of art and biology. No other animal fuses danger and delicacy so perfectly. Its form appears soft, almost gentle, but one wrong move reveals the predator beneath the color. It is the definition of natural elegance. It doesn't threaten, it simply is. It doesn't roar, run, or display strength, it waits. And in the silence of waiting, it wins. The lesson of the forest. The eyelash viper is a living reminder of a simple truth. In nature, nothing is as it seems. The beautiful can be lethal. The small can be powerful. Silence can hide the sound of an attack. While the great beasts make noise to impose presence, the viper rules in anonymity among the fragrant shadows of flowers. It is the perfect contrast between charm and danger, between light and venom. And perhaps that duality is what makes it so endlessly fascinating. An unforgettable encounter. Imagine walking through a tropical trail. The air is heavy, humid, alive. You lean toward a moss-covered trunk, admiring the flowers blooming from a bromeliad. Then something moves a subtle curve among yellow petals. Your eyes take a moment to understand. It's not a flower, it's skin, it's breath, it's life and death side by side. The viper watches you with eyes that seem to understand more than they see. And if you step back, she won't move. She doesn't chase, she simply observes, patient, knowing that time is always on her side. Beauty as a weapon. In the eyelash viper, nature forged a sublime irony beauty as defense. While others depend on strength, size, or speed, she survives on appearance. The flower that deceives the eye. The hue that confuses the mind, the charm that precedes danger. A constant reminder that nature never needs to choose between the beautiful and the deadly. It can be both in perfect harmony. Number 16. The Gaboon viper. Beneath the carpet of dry leaves in the African forests rests a creature almost invisible, and perhaps because of that, even more terrifying. The Gaboon viper is the heaviest snake in Africa and one of the most beautiful in the world. Its body displays intricate patterns of cream, lilac, brown, and rose, a mosaic worthy of a divine artist. But this beauty wasn't made to be admired, it was made to deceive. It remains still for days, waiting patiently for the perfect moment. When it strikes, it's fast and devastating. Its fangs, reaching up to 5 centimeters long, are the largest among all venomous snakes. Its venom, rich in cytotoxins, destroys tissue and causes necrosis within minutes. The body swells, the blood thickens, and the pain is indescribable. Yet despite all this, the Gaboon viper is calm and avoids conflict. It only attacks when stepped on or startled. A creature of contrasts. The calm that kills, the beauty that wounds, the silence that screams. A powerful reminder that true danger doesn't always make noise. Number 17. The green tree python. In the humid silence of New Guinea and northern Australia, among moss-covered branches and evergreen leaves, lives one of the most mysterious snakes on Earth. It doesn't hiss, it has no venom, and it doesn't need bright colors to warn. Its mere presence commands respect through serenity. When young, it may be born bright red or vibrant yellow, but with time, it transforms, turning into a deep emerald green, perfect for vanishing into the foliage. This color transformation fascinates scientists to this day. A patient night hunter, it coils perfectly around branches, head hanging at the center. An iconic posture. It even has a clever trick. It wiggles the tip of its tail like a worm to lure curious prey. Without venom, it relies entirely on precision and strength. If threatened, it bites firmly. Its long, thin teeth can inflict painful cuts. With golden eyes and a monk-like calm, the green tree python is the portrait of natural elegance, a living reminder that nature can unite beauty and balance in a single body. Number 18. The rainbow boa. In the beating heart of the Amazon, where sunlight dances among giant leaves, glides a snake that needs no venom to enchant. Its body seems woven from magic. Reddish scales with dark outlines that, when touched by light, burst into a shimmering rainbow. It's as if it carries a piece of the sky within itself. No camera can truly capture its beauty. Only the human eye can understand what it means to watch a band of living light slide between trees. A nocturnal hunter, the rainbow boa senses heat to locate its prey, slithering patiently before delivering a precise strike. In seconds, it coils around its victim, wrapping it in almost supernatural strength. Despite its imposing appearance, it's calm and docile, especially as an adult. which made it one of the most beloved snakes among reptile enthusiasts. It teaches us one of the forest's most beautiful truths. Not every powerful creature needs to be dangerous. Sometimes the greatest power is simply to exist and reflect the light of creation. Number 19. The flying snake, Chrysopelea paradisi. Yes, you read that right? It flies. In the dense forests of Southeast Asia, from Malaysia to Indonesia, lives one of the most incredible creatures in the reptile world. The flying snake, also known as the canopy dragon. With scales in shades of green, yellow, and black, it glides gracefully and precisely between the branches. But what makes it legendary is its unique ability to soar through the air for up to 30 meters. When it leaps from a tree, it flattens its body into the shape of a living wing, undulating through the air like a mythical dragon. This technique, studied by scientists, reveals perfect natural aerodynamics used to escape predators or reach prey. Despite its fame, it's not dangerous to humans. Its venom is mild, meant only for small lizards. A masterpiece of evolution, a snake that learned to dance with the wind. In Asian folklore, it's said to be the link between heaven and earth, a symbol of freedom and supreme adaptation. The flying snake is pure proof that nature always finds a way to defy the impossible. Number 20. The blue dragon snake, Trimeresurus insularis. Imagine a creature that looks like it came straight out of a dream or an ancient myth. In the Indonesian islands, especially Komodo and the small Nusa Tenggara, lives a snake so beautiful it seems hand-painted. The blue dragon snake, or Trimeresurus insularis, has shimmering turquoise blue scales, golden eyes, and a serene, deadly gaze. It looks like a fusion between a living jewel and a forest spirit. Small, rarely exceeding 1 meter in length, it's a pit viper that hunts at dusk. Its hemotoxic venom causes intense pain and necrosis, but it's the contrast between beauty and danger that makes it legendary among photographers and biologists. During the day, it rests coiled on low branches, blending perfectly with the glow of the tropical sky. When the sun sets, its eyes begin to gleam under the moonlight, and the predator awakens. The strike is swift and precise. Its prey, usually small birds or lizards, never even realize they've been hit. In local folklore, it is believed to be the guardian of sacred waters, a messenger between the sky and the jungle. Rare, hypnotic, almost unreal, the blue dragon snake redefines what we call wild beauty. It's living proof that sometimes God paints with colors even the rainbow never dreamed of. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting videos appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.